Not a good day in the stock market today, or futures market. It's Thursday. It's about 2 p.m. I'm sorry, it's about 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we're right in the middle of the trading day. Of course, this is getting near the Chicago lunch hour time, and so trading's not as robust as it was the first couple hours of the trading day. It's been a tough day for me. The markets are kind of all over the place. The Dow is up. Dow is strong. Dow's been up all day. The NASDAQ has been down all day, and it just seems to want to rally. Then it turns around and goes right back to the lows of the day. It rallies, dips, then all the way down to the lows of the day. It's been doing that all day, and oil is really taking it on the chin. And I had my fun in the oil patch today. You can see I made some trades that I really had to sweat, but I'm so happy that the outcome happened the way it did, because I wasn't anticipating another big leg down like it's just done. I was very patient with this trade. I initially, you can see I did a scalp trade where I bought 10 contracts of oil, and I quickly sold the 10 contracts, within seconds. So I bought them at 62.29 and sold them at 62.31. Doesn't seem like much, but again, these are not micro contracts. So that was a real quick scalp. The second trade I made, I started out buying. Well, I bought one share, one contract, and then I sold that one at a profit. Then I went in big. Oil looked like it was going to bounce down here, and this is a 15-minute chart, so 4 candles equals an hour. So this occurred over long duration. I bought 6 at 62.04, and I hung in that trade. And you can see where I bought the blue, and I was able to sell 2 at small profits, and then we went down. So I was stuck with 4 contracts in oil. And again, these are big contracts, so when this thing goes down just a little bit, it's a big loss. And then you can see that we just hovered right around that same range for the longest time, for the next 45 minutes. It just took so long to get back to my break even on that trade. And it did get back to the break-even level, and I was hoping to get a little more out of that than break-even, so I held on, and it actually came back down, and it just hovered and hovered and hovered. It was a long hour, and then it finally showed some signs of a breakout, finally of a reversal in the pattern. And I mean, that's what you would expect. I mean, this oil was trading way up here at 64.80 and just tanked. I mean, with only one little stop here on one little green candle. Well, you got a little doji right there, but then down, and this green candle, then down again. I mean, these are big down moves. And I was lucky. Well, I don't like to use the term luck when I'm trading futures, but when I bought those 10 contracts, I got out very quickly. That would have been a losing trade for a significant amount of money if I hadn't have quickly gotten out of that trade. So I held on to those 4 contracts. I had sold 2, held on to the 4. We finally get the breakout, and we get above the price where I paid for them. And you can see I sold them one at a time. Sold at 62.14, 62.19, 62.24, 62.26, and I was out of there. I was done. I was done. And so the highest it got was about 62.30, I'd say. Maybe 62.30, 2.34. And wow, did it plummet after that. And if I had been stuck with those 4 contracts, I would have been way down here. And would have lost a lot of money. But despite surviving oil, the NASDAQ just continues to punish me. And the NASDAQ just started trading down. It was actually down in the pre-market. And I something, it was I can't remember the news that came out, but it was I think it was a manufacturing number that was the highest since years. It's I think it was the Philadelphia manufacturing number. It was in the 50s, 50.8 or something like that. It was some ridiculously high number. And I guess the concern from that was that same thing that has come up over and over again. And even though we haven't had inflation fears for decades, just the thought of inflation rocks the tech sector. I guess those stocks with those PE ratios in the 500s just can't handle the thought of inflation and the possibility of having to raise rates at some point in time, some point in the future. So I just continue to get tormented by the NASDAQ, and you can see it's beating up on me some more. And I have 5 contracts, and even though that shows only down 400, I've lost a lot more than that. But what happened was I did some trading, and So when I made the trades, it locked in my losses, and then what it's showing it are my new positions from the trades. But I see somewhere back here I made some trades. Yeah, I made some trades back here, and those are just some scalp trades to kind of help out on this just down day in the NASDAQ. All right, so we're at the lows. We're at the lows of the day. Lows of the day again. But the NASDAQ can always rip higher. That's one thing I like about the NASDAQ. It will tank on you. It'll go down as if there's no bottom. But when it goes up, it can move quickly to the upside as well. Whereas the Dow will tank and it'll just stay down for days. And when it moves up, it's not all that dramatic. But the NASDAQ can get pretty dramatic with its when it's risk on again. So right now everything's kind of taking a hit. Even the Dow, look at that. Dow just plummeted here. Oil, it's taking another leg lower. So I'm counting my blessings today because I could have still been in this trade and still had those 4 contracts, and I'm so happy I got out of that. Probably could have managed my NASDAQ trades a little better. I probably should have taken 1 contract off when we had that little rally. I did make some measures though. I formed a couple of bear call spreads in my options and stock trading account with the Qs just in case. That was during that little up rally or a little bounce off the lows. And I did that just in case this happened. And so it wasn't for much, but it adds a little bit of money to the stock and options account while I'm getting punished over here in the futures. And I can hold these futures forever, but those options will one will expire tomorrow and the other one will expire next Friday. So they have a limited lifespan, and the theta's working for me. So I was happy to set those up. You can see Airbnb is getting beat up pretty badly, down to 195. Neo just continues to dive, 42.89. Okay, well that's what's going on right now. NASDAQ just continues to go lower. Oil continues to go lower. And now it's even pulling the Dow down. That's Thursday. Friday is it's quadruple witching hour, quadruple witching expiration, or quadruple expiration day. So a lot of the futures options are expiring. And all of my contracts are now on the June contracts, with the exception of oil. Oil is May. I think gold is May. And then I put up Bitcoin futures, and Bitcoin's kind of bucking the trend as it always seems to do. And it's up there in 61,000. Just think, not too long ago you could have bought a Bitcoin for a couple $100. And even, I think last year it even dipped down to 3,000 at one point, and now it's trading at 60,000. That's just incredible. So I tried to purchase a contract in Bitcoin, but my platform wouldn't allow it. So you probably need a special, or you probably need something added to your account to trade Bitcoin futures. I'll have to call the company and find out why I was not allowed to purchase a contract. It would have been nice because I would have purchased right around, let's see, yeah, it was right around there. Let me show you with my mouse. Yeah, I put an order in to buy one contract of Bitcoin here, and it was rejected by my brokerage firm. You know, I got a immediate rejection. So that would have been a nice little move higher. Well, I kept the graph up just to keep up with what's going on in Bitcoin. All right. It's almost tempting to get back in oil at this price. We're all the way down to $60.90. Maybe we'll get some relief at the gas pump. Alrighty, that's it for Thursday. Maybe I'll give an update later in the after hour. My work week's coming up, so I may not be posting as many videos until the following week. All right. Happy trading.